Well, hey, if you saw the short about my ATAC 511 boots, you saw my little Gerber pocket knife that I carry in the pocket right here. I want to tell the quick story about how this knife potentially saved my life, or at least saved me from getting in some trouble. I found this knife in like a couch cushion and didn't know the serial number or anything. It was just kind of a knife I kept in a drawer. So when my wife and I went to Israel and Egypt on a trip, I threw this in my suitcase, not knowing if it was going to be confiscated in the airport, and it made it all the way to Tel Aviv. And so in the hotel, I put it in my pocket. Like to always have a knife with me. A couple days later, we were in Tiberias, and my friend and I went out to the marketplace, and we were walking around, and there was a guy that was following us, and I figured out he was tailing us, scoping us out. It was getting dark, and I figured maybe he was trying to pick our pockets or something. And we had sat down, and he went behind this dude went behind the planter, and he's looking at us through the planter, and he didn't realize that I could see him. And so I was feeling threatened, so I pulled this knife out of my pocket, and I pretended like I was cleaning my fingernails, and I was just looking down. And because I was looking down, the guy started moving towards us, and so he started walking across the path, and I pulled this out a little bit more because this is a small blade. Wanted it to look like a bigger blade. And so then I held the knife up, and I just kind of looked at him, and I locked eyes with him. And as soon as I did, he stopped dead in his tracks. And he turned around and started walking away from us. He got about 50 yards away, and he opened his shirt up in the back and pulled his pants down and mooned us. And when he did, there was a pistol in a holster behind him. And he turned and just kind of, I don't remember if he flipped the bird or what, but I think that was his way of kind of being hateful. So my friend and I, we made a beeline for the hotel. A couple days later, we wound up in Egypt, and we were swimming in the Red Sea. And there again, I put this little knife in my swimsuit. I had a piece of dental floss at the time in here, and I wrapped it around my pinky, and I was swimming. I had it closed in my hand because I didn't want to hurt anybody, but we were in the Red Sea, and I remember swimming up over this little piece of coral. I had a mask on, and there was a lionfish right there in front of me. Now, I backed away from it, but I was glad that I had this. And as I turned, I remember looking down over this embankment, and what I think was a shark about 20 feet down over this overhang. And so I turned around and swam back to shore. That was a fun little scuba experience. I'm glad I had this in my hand. It made me feel a little bit safer. You know, at least if something would have came at me, I could have at least poked it to get it to go away. But anyways, you know, I carry this knife now just as a reminder, you know, even though it's small, even though it's unintimidating perhaps, it could come in handy, and it has in the past. So make sure you have at least some knife. I try always to have something more substantial than just this knife. And right now I'm carrying my Tops Mohawk Hunter that I EDC a lot. But this is a good little backup knife, and it's so small I can even put it in my underwear band if I had to, you know, really deep concealment. So just keep that in mind. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Take care.